Hello, I am HighestPriestesS, and you are listening to the solar spectrum scale of 12/5 chakras and energy centers. Specifically, this one is the crown chakra, which is the note F3, gamma range, and 42.66 hertz, 79.99 beats per minute to those that are enjoying these kind of healing tones of Damien Michael Keller. We are talking today about the elements from Franz Bardon's initiation to Hermetics. Everything that has been created came into being through the effects of the elements. This applies to the macrocosm as well as to the microcosm, the large and the small worlds. Therefore, I deal with these energies right at the beginning of initiation and allude particularly to their profound and multifarious importance. Until now, very little has been said in occult literature about the energies of the elements. For that reason, I have made it my responsibility to treat this unsettled subject matter and to lift the veil that conceals these laws. It is, of course, a difficult task to enlighten the uninitiated so that they are not only made aware of the existence and the activity of the elements, but that they are also capable of working practically with these energies in the future. The entire universe can be compared to a clockwork with wheels that engage with each other and which are interdependent with each other. Even the concept of the deity as the highest comprehensible being can be categorized in aspects analogous to the elements. A more precise account is given later in the chapter concerning the concept of God. How many elements do we have? What is of the quintessence? From the ether springs forth the rest of these earthly principles. In the most ancient Oriental writings, the elements are called tattvas. In European literature, we pay only attention to them as far as their good efforts are concerned, and we are warned about their unfavorable influences. In other words, under the influence of the tattvas, particular actions can either be undertaken or not. There should be no doubt as to the accuracy of this fact. But everything that has been published thus far points only to a limited aspect of the effects of the elements. The effects of the elements or tattvas for personal use can be sufficiently determined through books on astrology, the understanding of occult astrology, the bringing down of your soul blueprint, and an understanding of how you are incarnated in higher densities, not dimensions, densities. It's a far more appropriate, accurate term, which is why I stress the difference in words. However, I will penetrate deeper into the secrets of the elements. For this reason, I have chosen another key, one which is analogous to the astrological key, but actually has nothing to do with it. I will show how to use this key in many different ways which, up to now, have been unknown to the reader. In the following chapters, I will deal in sequence and in detail with the individual tasks, analogies, and effects of the elements. Not only will the theory be unveiled, but attention will also be paid to the practice, because it is here that you will find the greatest arcanum. Even in the tarot, the oldest book of wisdom, great symbology, highly misunderstood, misinterpreted, and great artworks have come forth in various expressions of source for divinations into interpretations, though, as this is as well the first card of the tarot, the magician, to those who would like to know. move up to the F#3 of superconsciousness in gamma, 45.22 hertz and 84.79 beats per minute. Even in the Tarot, the oldest book of wisdom, this great mystery of the elements is recorded by having the first tarot card represent the magician, who emphasizes the knowledge and control of the elements. On this first tarot card, the sword symbolizes the element of fire, the wand the element of air, the cup the element of water, and the coins the element of earth. Hence, it is obvious that the ancient mysteries depicted the magician for the first tarot card, and consequently chose the control of the elements as the first act of initiation. In honor of this tradition, I will devote my greatest attention to the elements above all. Furthermore, it will become evident that the key to the elements is a universal remedy with which all problems that may occur can be solved. Arming yourself with the tools of self-mastery. The sequence of the tattvas in accordance with the Hindu system is as follows. The principle of ether is known as the akasha. The principle of fire, the tehas. The principle of air, the vayu. The principle of water, the apas. The principle of earth, the prithvi. In accordance with Hindu teachings, the four coarser tattvas come forth from the fifth tattva, the akasha principle. Therefore, the akasha is the causal principle, and, as the fifth energy, it is to be acknowledged as the so-called quintessence. In the appropriate chapter of this book, I shall inform the reader in more detail in regards to this akasha, the finest of elements, and we will learn how, in their most elegant forms, to cultivate, experience, and actionably utilize these elements within and without, see them tangibly work in your reality. Also, the specific attributes of each element will be alluded to in the following chapters, beginning with the highest plane down to the coarsest physical matter. By now the reader may have concluded that it is certainly no easy task to analyze the great mystery of creation and to find the proper words which will enable one to penetrate into this matter and be able to form a graphic picture of it. The analysis of the elements is discussed in further detail, and their practical value is emphasized so that every scientist, whether he be a chemist, a physician, a magnetopath, an occultist, a magician, a mystic, a kabbalist, a yogi, or whatever, can derive their practical benefits. The purpose of this book will be fulfilled if I succeed in teaching the reader to penetrate into this matter, at least to the point where he is able to use the practical field for the field of knowledge that is of interest to him. I will have greater detail and each of the elements discussed in the premium content. So this is a little taste of the higher science and occult wisdom gnosis that we also bring down here with the highest priestess. And I thank you all for joining. I honor you. Source. Down the etheric river to my lips. Myself. Have a most wonderful day.